Good afternoon. Happy Monday, January 10th, 2022. Welcome to United Spirits Village. Today, the fit word is abundance. Abundance. How do you feel when you hear the word abundance? What is the feeling tone? Is abundance something that you are tapped into? Do you have access to abundance? Well, I want to say that abundance to me means, as a human here in the society I live in, with the thought that there's a higher mind that I could tap into for guidance and to create the best person I can be, I feel like I have access to infinite choices. There are infinite choices. Not all of these choices are easy to achieve, but they are there, and certain action steps, baby steps, will lead me to different outcomes. So, in terms of abundance, I do believe we have infinite choices. I believe in terms of abundance that my belief system, my personal belief system, worked for me to either achieve abundant circumstances or to settle into lack. And I've done both. Belief systems from my childhood or from the school system or from society have led me to believe either I was worthy or not worthy of certain things. So when I seek guidance from my higher power that I call God, I realize with God's guidance, I can achieve what I want to achieve. Whether it is easy or not is not the point, but I have it in me to tap into the energy of abundance to create the life that I wish to have. Have you heard stories of youth traveling by foot, no shoes, 5,000 miles to reach a certain destination to get out of poverty or war-torn areas? And these stories do exist. Now, sometimes living in California, in the Bay Area, I used to live in Southern California, there are times when I have felt like I too had to cross, the barren desert. It hasn't been quite that extreme, but I have seen challenging times, and I had to make the decision either to bask in that challenge or take steps to get out of it. And guess what? The abundant energy was there to support me no matter what I choose. In terms of abundance, I have experienced choosing to have joy. And once I decided to be grateful, then joy showed up even more. Joy is abundance. If you choose to bask in it, it is there for you, even when there is heartache and grief to express and to feel. At any moment, you or I can choose to bask in joy, the joy of life and light and laughter and supporting one another, receiving support from others. There is abundant opportunities to bask and express and feel those things. Creativity is abundant. There was a time I used to think that, well, I cannot read music. I will never play an instrument. I am not creative. I am not musically inclined. And one day, my ex-husband, Troy, thank you, Troy, he found a guitar in the garbage, a brand new Fender guitar, and he gave it to me. He said, Nay, I think, I thought maybe you could use this. And I'm thinking, oh, I don't know why I don't play the guitar. I can't play an instrument. I don't read music. Well, guess what? I started strumming that guitar and found out, just because I was receptive to just playing around with it, and I stopped telling myself, you are not a musician, you can't read music. I just decided, well, let me play around. I discovered patterns in the music and in the sounds, and I picked out simple songs. I didn't even have to read music to play the guitar, and I composed music on that guitar, and I started composing on my son TJ's keyboard. Woohoo, I'm a musician. Abundant energy because I was receptive to it, showed me that I could be anything I wanted to be, even a musician. You don't have to read music in order to be a musician. To me, that's abundance. That's creativity and joy, inspiration. And I've experienced abundant compassion for others. Sometimes from life experience, I have shown up maybe as hard and not as compassionate. And, I've accomplished so many things, and so can you. And maybe I didn't have the softness or gentle touch or know how to comfort others. But I found that because divine energy allowed that abundance be there for me at all times to tap into. And now I feel abundant compassion when I choose to. So there are abundant resources. Okay, one more story. I am signed up for a class with Iyanla Vanzant. I love her. She has an abundance class, 40-day abundance class coming up, and the recommended book is the Abundance book. And because I'm on a budget, I'm clearing up my debt and saving for things that I would like to have and create in the future. I'm not purchasing things. So I was like, well, I just said a little prayer. Well, how might I get this access to this abundance book? And so, of course, the public library. And then something said, well, of course, just Google free abundance book. And there is a website where I can check out books on the internet. And so, forgive me, I think it's called archive.com or archive.org. And it is an online library where you can check out any book you want for an hour at a time. So I dove right into the abundance book for 1 hour. And then that was the perfect amount of time, and I'll read it for an hour today. Perfection. And due to abundant energy, I just asked for it. I sought to find it, and I found it. And there's abundant guidance from God. When I pray, I tap into that energy that works for my highest good, and it is there abundantly, and I'm grateful. God offers me abundant support. Even if I feel like a human cannot offer me support, God provides that support for me abundantly. And so there, abundance. I just know firsthand that there are abundant choices when I seize the moment. I pay attention to what is before me, and I see opportunities that I may not have seen if I was, all floaty in my mind and thinking about the past, stuff that I cannot change, or thinking about the future that's, the future isn't even here. All I have is this moment, and I'm worried about something that I have really no control over. Well, we can control the future by simply controlling this moment, tapping into what is available now, and abundance is available now. Speak it into the universe, speak it, free yourself, and tap into what is yours. So that was in my notes. I don't know, it seemed a little out of context for a moment, but good thoughts equal a good harvest. Good thoughts equal a good harvest. This was in the Science of Mind magazine when I did my studies this morning. To me, that means that even though challenging circumstances do show up, they will show up from time to time. I feel like they show up fewer and fewer if I have a more positive mindset, a more positive approach to solving problems. Then I don't suffer as much. So goodness in the world is abundant if you realize it. I have realized it, and so I say that it works. And so checking over my notes. So going back to abundance, how do you feel about abundance? How is it showing up in your life? If it's not showing up the way that you want, remember, I encourage you to remember the abundance is there, something you step into. It takes a positive mindset, and you can do it. You can do it. You're not broke. You are not poor. If you do not have all the money in your pocketbook that you wish to have, you can create more. How will you do it? How will you tap into the law of abundance that is available to work for your highest good, to create the life you wish to live, and abundant health as well? Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. Remember to check out and help us improve our website, unitedspirits.org. Please like this video if you like it. Share this video if you wish to share, and subscribe if you would like to hear the fit word for the rest of the year. Well, actually, month by month, we will start having different themes to dive into and unpack different situations of life. So if you have any ideas and certain topics you'd like to hear and discuss, please let me know. Be well. I love you. Have a good day.